Sometimes, love arrives when you least expect it, not in the middle of a grand moment or a dramatic scene, but quietly, almost gently, like a thought that slowly settles in your heart. One day, you're just living your life, focusing on your responsibilities, chasing your goals, trying to become the person you promised yourself you would be. And then suddenly, someone enters your life. At first, it feels ordinary. You talk casually. You share small conversations about everyday things. Nothing seems too serious, nothing too meaningful. But as time passes, you begin to notice something changing. The conversations become more comfortable. Their presence becomes familiar. And somehow, without planning it, you start caring. And that's when the realization begins. You like this person. You care about them. Maybe even more than you expected. At the same time, you also know something else. You know that your life right now is not centered around love. You are still building your future. You have responsibilities to fulfill, goals to achieve, and dreams that require your full attention. Your time, your energy, and your focus are already committed to becoming someone better. Someone stronger, someone prepared for the life you want. And because of that, love becomes something complicated. Not because the feeling is wrong, not because the person is wrong, but because timing matters. Sometimes people think that if you truly care about someone, you should immediately pursue the relationship. That love should be enough to make everything else fall into place. But real life is not always that simple. Sometimes, the most honest thing you can admit to yourself is that your heart may be ready to feel something, but your life is not yet ready to carry it. And that doesn't mean the love is not real. In fact, sometimes the most sincere kind of love is the one that knows how to wait. It's the kind of love that doesn't demand to be the center of your world. The kind that understands you are still trying to grow, is still trying to accomplish things that matter deeply to you. Because love should never force you to abandon the path you are working hard to build. It should never make you feel like you have to choose between your dreams and your feelings. Sometimes, loving someone simply means appreciating the connection, while also respecting the timing of your life. It means saying to yourself, I care about this person, but right now, I need to focus on becoming who I am meant to be. And maybe someday, when life becomes less overwhelming, the timing will change. Maybe the story will continue in a way that feels natural and right. Or maybe it won't. But even then, the feeling you experience was still meaningful. Because loving someone, even quietly, even patiently, teaches you something about yourself. It teaches you that your heart is capable of caring deeply while still choosing growth and responsibility. And perhaps that is the most mature form of love. Not the kind that rushes, not the kind that demands everything immediately, but the kind that says, I care about you, but I also care about the life I am building. Because sometimes the greatest act of love is not choosing someone right away. Sometimes it is choosing to become the best version of yourself first, and trusting that if the story is truly meant to continue, time will eventually bring the two of you back to the same chapter.